A wood timber called a lintel, which is about 12 inches wide, is set across the top of a door or window frame to support the weight above it. A key element is the bond beam, which acts as a collar around the walls. To make a concrete bond beam, nail plywood to the top of each side of the block wall to create a form. Then, nail 2x4s across the two sides of the form at intervals to hold the forms parallel. According to U.S. Building Code requirements, the bond beam should be a minimum of 6 inches deep by 10 inches wide for adobe walls up to 14 inches thick. For thicker walls, wider bond beam is required. Lay 2 runs of rebar within the form, parallel to the wall. Pour concrete into the form and set lag bolts straight up in the concrete. The lag bolts will tie the roofing to the bond beam. Any roofing system may be placed on top of the bond beam. The bond beam unifies the walls of a structure to make it exceptionally solid and strong. You can run electrical wiring down from the ceiling and cut channels into the earth-pressed walls. Electrical cable can also be stapled to the block. Underground Romex cable is recommended. You can also cut channels in the walls for plumbing lines. It is recommended to create wood frame walls for plumbing and lay plumbing lines in the foundation. After the electrical and plumbing are completed, nail or staple wire mesh or chicken wire to both sides of the walls for reinforcement and to make them one solid mass. Dennis Hemd explains this method.
After you get the bond beam up, then the next step would be to take chicken wire, stucco netting, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We call it chicken wire in the construction industry, but it's called stucco netting.
Okay.
And it's a small diamond shaped wire assembly. It's about 3 feet long, high,
rolls.
in rolls. And you take it and you start rolling it out. And what we use here is power staplers, air-driven staplers,
Okay.
with a staple about 1 1/8 inches long. And I like to have that chicken wire or that stucco netting stapled to every block, one staple in every block, because it ties everything together.
Right.
You want to make sure that you start at the bottom and then not overlap the next one over.
Oh, really?
it.
Oh, so you
don't want to
actually
butt them,
overlap.
because if
Okay.
you butt them, you can end up with a crack in your stucco there. So you want to overlap them about 3-4 inches.
Okay.
You just keep working this thing up the wall, and you want to get it up onto the bond beam. And on the bond beam, you'll use concrete nails, little short concrete nails, to attach it to the bond
Right
beam.
into the bond beam.
And then you also want to attach it to the foundation.
Okay.
So then you get a constant wire tie all the way up.
Right.
And then I like to do the same thing on the inside. Now, I recently built a building where we didn't do that on the inside.
Okay.
We just interior stucco the inside with one light coat,
So leave
so
it
you
in
can still
exposed
see
block.
the block.
Staple the wire to the bond beam, window, and door frames, and to the footing. Finally, apply stucco to the walls, inside and out, to give them a smooth and finished look. 3 coats of stucco should be applied, so that it's about 1 inch thick. In colder climates, foam insulation can be sprayed on the walls before the stucco, or applied in sheets for a greater thermal performance. Double wall construction also provides better insulation against the cold. The finished walls are exceptionally strong, durable, and soundproof. Earthen walls enhance the warmth, comfort, and beauty of a home's interior. Your rammed earth building may last for hundreds of years, as many Adobe structures have. The EarthPress building system from Adobe International. A time-tested building system updated with leading-edge technology. Adobe International can help you with construction, design, building techniques, and other information. For more information about the EarthPress building system, please give us a call.